Okay, so this is a bit of like an unsolicited story time, but I thought that this story was so cool that I'd share it with all you funny people, because the funny person that showed me this is my 8-year-old student. Now, having an 8-year-old student already by itself was a little weird for me because I learned guitar at age 10, and I had already played piano for a couple years before then, so the transition wasn't like the craziest thing in the world. But this kid has no prior musical experience and just wanted to learn guitar. He's 8 years old, and so I was like, alright, it's pretty cool. And so recently he did the wildest thing that I've never really tried to experiment with this before, but he figured out that with these single coil pickups on a Strat, because he's got a Strat like mine, and he realized that if he just dials this tone knob, the bottom one, down, he loses all the high end, and with the amplifier that he has, which is my old Boss Katana 50, I believe, he effectively cut a lot of the buzz that he was having, and then he puts the pickup selector in position 4, which is the middle and bridge, at the same time. So instead of, that, he cuts it. And he puts this tone knob down all the way, this one up all the way, and with the volume. And when you get some crunch, it's like... And so, when I heard that, he didn't exactly play it like that. I'm just exaggerating to prove a point. But he was playing something, I think it was Smoke on the Water, actually, and it sounded very wah-ish. Like he had the wah in a middle position while it was turned on and not moving at all. And I'm like, what did you do to get that sound? Because you weren't sounding like that last week when I came over. And he says, oh, I just turned this tone knob down. And so, when you turn it up, it's a lot brighter, obviously. Of course, because that's how it works. But it occurred to me that when he turns that knob down, it emulates the wah a little bit. So I added a bit of crunch. I'm actually going to turn it down a little bit. And I started playing Money for Nothing. It's not great, it's not perfect, but it's the way that I know how to play it just generally. And so, already it sounded pretty similar. So when I bumped the gain up a bit, and yeah, I'm in a different tuning. I think this is tuned down like half a step. So. So it sounds a little bit like a wah. And on his guitar, and of course his amplifier is way brighter than this one, because this is a Laney. The crunch is not nearly the same as on the Boss. But, I don't know, push the highs a little bit, balance out the mids and the lows, and... And so, basically, moral of the story is, if you're on a budget and you don't necessarily have a wah to keep stationary, roll your tone knob down if you have 2 tone knobs. It was really cool, and it taught me that some guitars have such unique sounds, even the most basic ones, that you can just experiment them and come up with some really interesting sounds, because like it's one of those moments where like the student is teaching the teacher something, because I had no idea you could do that, and then he just does that just because he was trying to cut buzz, and I'm sitting here like, because like most people just keep their tone knobs all the way up, right? that attack on it. And I tried messing around with the pickups too, because he has it on position 4, and it. So like the middle pickup is already too warm and too muddy, and the bridge pickup is always too bright. Then the neck pickup didn't work either, but then I put it in position 2. It kind of gets that. It feels like it's trying to get that little like natural harmonic thing going that wahs sometimes have. And I just thought it was really cool to share that. I just wanted to share that, you know? Anyways, just thought it would be cool to tell that story.